Hello everyone, this is Takeoff Doom here. It's been a long time, but I'm back with Subnautica, specifically a modded instance. That is to say, as you can see, the prototype expansion, specifically version 2.0, the phase gate update. So, it was released a little over a week ago. Well, just under 2 weeks ago by now. Actually, it was released June 1st. And I am hoping to be able to be the first to put a full make a full video guide for the mod at least. So, quick disclaimer: this will not exactly be newcomer friendly for those who haven't played Subnautica at all. This is mainly a playthrough / video guide for the mod. And of course, this isn't the only mod I'm playing with. I'm playing with other mods, but you'll see them as I go through. They're more just side content. The main story mod is the prototype expansion. Right, new world. Let's get started. And one more alert: there will be many spoilers in this, so if you don't want to be spoiled about the mod or any of its content, do not watch. Also, I will be, given that this is mainly a guide / playthrough for the prototype mod, I will be not really focusing.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
I'll be skipping
Cause
the mundane,
unknown.
tedious
0 human life
gathering
signs detected.
and grinding. Primarily, I'll just record every time I have something important to say, or if anytime I have something important to say, or if I need to show anything important, like a specific, like any important events. Beyond that, I really won't bother.
Oxygen.
Alright, I'll cut for now, and when I'm a bit more settled. Alright, so I'll cut for now. Okay. My mic almost fell off. Just a little update. I got some basics, scanner, O2 tank, fins, all that. Just found Powerfish. Fun fact, the prototype server is, I'd like to say crazy about Powerfish, but I don't know. I do agree with them, it does look kind of cute, but at the same time, it looks like the sort of thing you just show countless atrocities to. Look at those eyes. Those eyes can look at every atrocity and evil in this world without any difference. Anyway, back to basic grinding. Okay,
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Okay, quick update. Got the beacon scan. Getting my sequence.
Near blueprint acquired.
Bioreactor fragment, not bad. Honestly, not that I'd ever use a bioreactor, but I've played this game a handful of times and I've used a bioreactor actually exactly once.
Near blueprint acquired.
Rescan you. Oh, in case you noticed, yes, this is a... Oh, my mic almost fell off. This is a new addition from the prototype mod.
Oxygen.
There's a little base thing here that, again, spoilers, it's actually there's actually a teleport gate in there that connects to the administrative facility, which is one of the later facilities in the mod. So it's like a shortcut from here. Once you reach the admin facility and open the gate, you can come back over here to this place really quickly. In fact, it might actually be good to go and guess. A gift they left you here. Almanite block. Affectionately called Warper Poop by me, because you mainly get it from Warpers when they teleport. I don't care if they change the name to Almanite, I will still forever call it Warper Poop. But this Almanite block is the foundation for basically everything in the mod. You can craft ion cubes with it, matter of fact. This is the symbol of prototype. Of the prototype. Anytime you see this symbol, that means this is a prototype facility. Like, all the modded facilities will have this symbol on the outside. This is the alien fabricator they added with the mod. Use it to fabricate all sorts of, most of the modded items. See, you can take regular almanite, make it into charged almanite, which has multiple, which is the basis for everything. Almanite framework, key ingredient. And in line with this, which is basically the pinnacle of power and so on. Quite literally, because the thing has 2,000 units. It's twice as good as the ion battery. Careful though, these things do bite. See? Got poked. Sorry, I love scanning things. Oh, there should be some lantern fruit up here. Called it. Okay, yeah, there's some lantern fruit up here. Anyway, small find. I'll get back to you once I have a proper base crafted. And by that night, then I can properly begin the prototype expansion. Okay, small news, or minor update. I got my Sea Glide, so things will be progressing a lot faster from this point onwards. Time to go get a repair tool.
Seconds.
Okay, I thought there would be a crash fish in this area. Okay, I'll pause until any next important updates. Alright, new update. Finally got the repair tool.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Oh, one more thing.
Life pod secondary systems online, running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to
and it's
data
summer, there's no windows open. And say both traffic and people are very noisy outside. Small thing I just recalled, supposedly if you keep a hoverfish in your inventory long enough, you'll eventually get the hoverfish plushie blueprint. That's why I said this server, the prototype server, has this strange fascination with the hoverfish. It's kind of funny how things serve, so no idea. We'll just keep it in for now.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received.
Right, next order of business probably don't get a mobile vehicle bay, craft a C-mod. Yeah, I'll come back once I've crafted a C-mod. Then I'll properly show you. I'll take you to I'll go to the quarantine forcing platform and properly show you how to start this mod. How to truly start the contents of this mod. Right, taking a break, cutting off for now. Okay, I knew I said I was gonna come back once I get a C-mod, but just a random tip. If you see like a bunch of salvage gathered together like this, especially if there's a stalker nearby, there's a good chance this is its nest. Technically its nest, quote unquote. So check nearby to make sure you get a stalker tooth. Very important. Also, this is the second mod. This is one of the other mods I'm running. Oh wait, wrong way. I did go north. The map mod. Very handy. For at least mapping out the area you've been in. And if you can tell by that unidentified signal thing over there, I'm also running Call to Void shards, specifically the Hydra and the Silence mod. So if you have that on, that unidentified signal is basically almost true north. wherever your range is, you can look at that and say, yeah, that's basically north. Anyway, I'll get back to you again later. Okay. Have to make an update because I did not expect to find this here.
30 seconds.
I am... Okay, I can't really tell because I haven't explored much of the map yet, but I am not too far off from the quarantine enforcement platform, aka Gun Island. That's it right over there. And this location is very important for one critical reason. It's placed near it's where the kelp forest meets the grassy plateaus, and the floating islands is the boundary for the floating islands is right over there. Right over there. So this location right here is very important. I'll show you how to get here again later, but this is the numbers trial. One of the two, technically three, but mainly two puzzles here within the mod. Purpose?
Transmission candidate identified. Fetching neural profile from quarantine enforcement platform. Neural profile detected. Report to quarantine enforcement platform for immediate neural scan.
Right. It's a complete surprise I actually found this place before going to the quarantine enforcement platform. When you come here for this IO
Integrating new PDA
I'll show you how to
data.
get back here later. I'm just gonna actually leave. I'll leave this place for
This is
now. I'll
Ozzy
come back
from the
later and show you how
cafeteria.
to
What the
probably
hell,
get this later,
guys?
as well as how to complete
They
that
didn't
puzzle.
warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Yep, rip Ozzy. Anyway, just because I didn't even realize I accidentally swam over there. I'm just swimming north, looking for well vehicle station fragments. Anyway, I'll pause again.
Specimen, hoverfish, in accordance with the Altair Corporation's revised Emergency Mental Wellbeing Treaty, this PDA has synthesized a tool to aid in your attachment to this creature. Always remember, true survivors come home with new friends.
Yep, that was the message. Now, the hoverfish plushie PDA should, hoverfish plushie blueprint should be unlocked. Don't know where it is though. Yeah, there it is. Hoverfish plushie, just too far to finish. Also, as you can tell, the other mod I'm holding is the unlock. You know, it's a mod that unlock unknowns or requirements or something. It's a mod that shows what you don't have, as well as how the specific requirements to unlock it. Found it, okay. The reason I've been wandering all this time is to look for my favorite location to set up a base. Right near this thermal vent. Right here. Here we are. Alright, I'll come back after I set up a base and got more stuff ready. I just wanted to show off that particular entry. The moment that when the first time I saw that, I saw the immediately think about a hoverfish. I'm like, yep, this is definitely a prototype one. Right, cutting out again.
Quantum detonation has occurred
Okay,
in the
once again.
Aurora's drive core. The
I
reactor
did
will
say I was going
reach
to come
a
back once I had things set up,
supercritical
but
state in T-minus
important event
10,
happening.
9, 8, 7,
Also, I got the Seamoth
5,
Volcano Bay fragments.
3, 2,
Seamoth and Volcano Bay blueprints as well.
for your convenience. The radiation suite has been new blueprint acquired.
Alright, back to my base. Alright, so time to
Welcome
finally
aboard,
go
Captain.
and show you the beginning of the prototype mod. finish some stuff first. As everyone knows, if you look from the aurora roughly 90 degrees west, you'll see this big cloud in the distance. That's obviously the quarantine enforcement platform. This is where your prototype adventure will begin. It doesn't matter which way you go, and you can go around the back through the moon pool, go around like really so into the moon pool in the back, or enter it via land from the front, from this little part of the island here. It really doesn't matter. But one thing you do need to keep an eye out for is resources, specifically the almanite. Let's use it here. Nope. Okay. Because
Detecting massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
Nice, don't care. Now, scattered around the quarantine enforcement platform is, well, you have shale, you have lithium, you have magnetite, but more importantly, you have almanite. Oh, homebrew fragment, not bad. You want to pick up the almanite that's scattered around, or if you see a warper, just knife him. If you have a sea glide, you can just have to make sure you're not literally directly facing them, because if once you're infected and stuff. Oh hey, you're a peeper. Once you're infected, they will start trying to kill you, and the further that your raw infection progresses, the more aggressive they become. But as long as you can make them, as long as you can knife them to make them teleport, you will be fine. Bubble trees, great food. Great for food and water. Now, let's see. Now, going up here, we should find a tablet. Here we go.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis. Warning, detecting invasive analysis of vital signs and neural matter originating within this facility. Be wary of potential hive mind assimilation.
Yep, that is a prompt.
Unknown language. Attempting
That is
translation.
a prompt from the prototype expansion mod. You're now about to see the first thing that is unique to mod something different.
Integrating new PDA
This
data.
is actually new. I'll be doing a lot of comparisons to the 1.0 update.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
So these factors weren't in the 1.0 update either.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
And yeah, if you haven't noticed, I already got the radiation suit.
Transmission candidate detected. Building specimen cognitive profile.
Yeah, this is where your journey into the prototype expansion, the prototype mod, will begin. This terminal at the quarantine enforcement platform's moon pool. Neural cluster or ion. So I won't be reading. You can pause if you want to read the thing. I won't be pulling up many of the database entries. Only the ones I really need. But if I pull them up, you can pause and read them. These weren't here before, and there was an additional data entry thing here. You can click on to get your stuff. Now, this is where the magic happens. Also, the original
Profile confirmed. Uploading data to cognitive trial chambers and broadcasting vessel schematics.
the original line was
Integrating new
predictive
PDA data.
NSP diagnostics. Whatever that meant. And they called you an animate entropy vessel. Now, you finally get the prototype blueprint parts. This did change a few times, like this actually required an ion prism. If I recall correctly. And back then iron prisms required kyanite. It's like the only option for you to get it legitimately was to go to that little base in the shallows and get the ion prism from there. Then they changed it to an iron crystal matrix, which is much more realistic. However, that isn't all.
Facility structural analysis complete. Adding new material profile to database.
They still give you goodies here. There's a free almanac framework combined with the one I got from the other thing. We already have 2 of 5, which makes life way easier. Photon decoys, very good. These are our good. You can just shoot them, drop them
Integrating
by
new
hand or shoot them
PDA
out
data.
from your sub to light up an area. Charged omelette, you can't scan this, but if you have it, you can make more. And also, another note is that every alien facility now will have one of these crafting tables. So that's the modded ones, and including the basic ones. So your thermal plant, the primary containment facility, even that destroyed disease facility, that will also have. All of them will have a alien crafting table now. Another thing to note is that they did change I believe they changed the crafting requirements. This mod changed the crafting requirements for some of the tablets. A doomsday device. That's fun.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
You know what? Nah, I'll come back later. Whee! Oh, and yes, I have the alien rifle mod attached because screw the devs at Unknown Worlds. I want my guns and violence. As the saying goes, violence isn't the answer. Violence is a question. Violence is a question, and the answer is yes, or something like that. So, the first ingredient requires 3 ion cubes, because ion crystal matrix requires 3 ion cubes. I'll just make that now so I don't have to worry about it later. Yeah, these are a lot of the other stuff you'll get in the mod, but you can't use any of these factors, which basically give you extra superpowers. Requires advanced alien interface. Yeah, because it requires the ion dive suit. Once you get the ion dive suit, that's why it requires Indigo Coder's suit library, because once you get the ion dive suit, you get extra slots to put these factors in. So, Almanite Framework requires charged Almanite, lithium, 2 lithium, and magnetite per. And looking at the construction requirements, oops. I'm already here, so I might as well look at it directly. You need a computer chip, advanced wiring kit, so that's 2 computer chips, 3 enamel glass. I already have that prepared. But otherwise you're going to need some Starker Teeth for this. And we're given 2 Almanite frameworks, so I need 3 in return. 6 lithium, 3 magnetite, and 3 more Almanite. So really the only headache is going to be getting the lithium,
Passing
the
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, lithium, magnetite, and charge Almanite should be too hard. It's usually in the surroundings here. Here we go. There's one. I should have crafted a rebreather. Here we go. They do give you some magnetite around here as well. Here we go. What are you trying to knife me, buddy? Scan this guy, see if I can make him. Knife a warper, get a free Almanite. Simple. This one. Your vanadine crystals. Basically uranium. Why not?
Remember that materials you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
And save. Also, for the record, this will mean that every time you need to go and craft something, you'll have to do it at an alien fabricator. Yes, absolutely annoying, we know. But oh well, what else can be done? Just gotta deal with it. Of course, there are other mods you can use, because I did hear that someone had actually made
New blueprint
that one of the
acquired.
guys in the server had actually made a Discord server had made a all-in-one handheld fabricator that supposedly also contained the alien fabricator from the prototype mod in it, so you could use that alien fabricator wherever you wanted, supposedly. And I did hear some other people were working on mods that would, for example, allow you to have an alien fabricator in the prototype vessel. So, who knows? Look around, maybe you'll find something, maybe someone will come up with something soon.
Passing 100 meters.
Right.
Oxygen efficiency decreased. 30 seconds.
Well, that's it for now. I'll just continue some resource gathering and I'll come back to you when it's time to craft the prototype. Alright, it's been a while. Now, finally coming back to finish building the prototype. Actually, I have to leave my Seamoth outside because you can't have anything in this pool when you're making the prototype or doing anything with it. So this is the fabricator building stuff. It's really cool. Its animation is amazing. And that should basically be everything I need. Just go down and finally craft this. One more Almanite framework was needed, no wonder. And I forgot the crystal matrix in my base. No matter, I should have enough to craft a new one. That's two, then another two more Almanite blocks, and I have my matrix. That should be everything now.
Transferring neural cluster to vessel. Hibernation imminent. Beginning radio broadcasts.
This is it. This is the prototype sub. Super cool.
Vessel construction completed. Some mapping initiative resumed. Warning. Development facilities unresponsive. Iron reactor testing facility requires immediate repair.
So there's a lot more voice lines here, a lot more detail. And this terminal is where you get to upgrade your prototype. And as you can see right now, most of it is corrupted because lots of data has been lost. You have to go out to the various facilities and get all these upgrades back. You have 4 sets of power relays, but what is available at the start is 4 sets of power relays. Each one you'll get the recipe only for the next one. So this one requires, it's hard to see, but it requires charged almanite and copper wire. Easy, but you'll have to go get those if you don't have it on hand. Then it'll get progressively harder, up to 4x, which adds extra power sources. Other thing which is available right now is fins. can add up to 4 pairs of fins for 8 total. And before it required like blue, it required like the purple, then the blue, then the orange tablets and whatever. Now it requires the various facility tablets. This one requires the prototype, the ion reactor facilities tablet, then you'll require the interceptor facilities tablet, then the defense facilities tablet, and finally the admin facilities tablet for all 4 of these. Also, before there wasn't that prompt to go to the ion reactor facility. That's the first one you have to go to.
Detective.
Because it kind of
Primary
powers the other
systems
facilities.
active.
Oh, that voice line was amazing. This is your prototype sub.
This vessel's construction has prompted a broadcast from a nearby alien source, downloading summary to databank.
This is the one you need. You go to these 3 in order. It was back in the version 1.0. I actually skipped warp. I always skipped the warp facility. I went straight for defense. I went ion reactor, defense, then warp, which is kind of off. Now they made it so you have to progress in proper order. So this is your facility. You can swim and enter through all the sides. Now in here, this portal takes you to your energy room. See, these are your sources. It should come pre-installed with 1 ion cube. 1 ion cube. And without any source, it goes dark. This is a reactor. You can insert a power source like almanite charge almalite, ion cubes, ion crystal matrices, or ion prisms, which you won't see yet. Probably should mix it up next video. You start with 2, you can have up to 4 more, so a total of 6 sources. This is your launch bay. Comes pre-installed with photon decoys, which do regenerate
Warning,
use over time.
interior scans of this vessel indicate a breach of All-Terra submersible safety code #I7513. Please fabricate supplementary fire suppression equipment before attempting to pilot this vehicle.
Funny. Originally that log said 4B008S or whatever. 4 boots. Technically speaking. Now, this launch bay comes with 4 photon decoys, which will distract Leviathans, distract hostile stuff, and also light up a huge area for a while. Originally you were supposed to craft every photon decoy, but he just kept duplicating, so I think that became a feature. You just regenerate photon decoys. And this is a special long slot for big equipment that you'll see later on. This is a little a little eyeball will pop up to interact with whatever vehicle you have docked. You need at least 1 pair of fins for that though. Before it was 2 before, now it's 1. You can dock like your prawn suit or Seamoth into there and interact with it via a little big eyeball, like floating eyeball thing that pops up here. This teleport pad takes you to your little room. Basically your living quarters here. You can build stuff here, put lockers, food, like indoor grow bed, a bed, put lockers and other fabricators and stuff on the wall. This is your data command room. These can raise and lower the stairs. Super cool. And what wasn't here in version 1.0, a fire suppression system, because before they made it if you took too much damage, or if you abused boost. If you abused the boost too much, your vehicle would be on fire, and you'd have to go take a fire extinguisher and manually put it out. Now it comes with a built-in fire suppression system, very handy. And this is the ion reactor.
Ion reactor.
And this is your sub. Super cool. This menu here is your wheel of abilities. We only have, and of course, cameras and lights are considered abilities as well. You can have up to 3 abilities active at any given time. Technically 4, but there's technically a way to get 4 of them active, but that's different. So this is cameras, allow you to literally Cyclops cams, nothing special. These are headlights. They follow wherever you move. Fun. Okay. This is sonar. Get 3D mapping sonar. And this deploys a photon beacon, which I won't use right now, because I don't really want to. Right, these are your abilities. Keeping any ability on, keeping most abilities on, or just keeping sub on will slowly drain your power. So keep an eye on that. These are your list of the first 5 sources you have active. The icon will change. That icon is because there's an ion cube in there. If there's a matrix, almanite block, or ion prism, that symbol will change. This is your health bar. All good. There's actually a little depth. You see that little rectangle I'm pointing at right now? Up to the sides, that's a depth meter. It shows how much your current depth is relative to the maximum depth the sub can currently take. So as you go deeper, it'll extend out, and approaching max depth, there'll be a red bar at the end. This is noise, certain abilities, moving around. Both moving and using certain abilities generate increased noise, so this will go up, be careful. And these 4 dots are how many photon beacons you have to deploy. That's about it for now. Let's just go turn this thing on. You can take your sub out right now, immediately if you want, but it is very slow. The fins not only increase its max crush depth, but also give it speed.
Intrusion detected. Primary systems active.
Actually, in fact, I'll show you another cool feature of the sub right now. You can see this is profoundly slow. Look how painfully slow this thing is. Another thing is, so this is the number of units of power, so to speak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each dot here is roughly 100 power. And this bar shows how much of that 100 power in your current unit is being used up. So we have 1 ion cube in the reactor that has 1,000. That has, I believe, 1,000 power. So this should be, roughly, what, 200 each? Yeah, this would be roughly 200 each, sorry. That means it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is out of the current 200 power, how much is remaining. Now, another cool feature about the prototype sub.
Welcome
Move
aboard.
this my poor Seamoth out of the way. There we go. Amazing feature about the prototype sub. Doesn't matter where it is, even if the thing is destroyed. Even if the sub is destroyed, it doesn't actually get quote-unquote destroyed, it just gets teleported off map somewhere super far away, but it doesn't matter. If your sub isn't in the QEP, isn't in the moon pool for the gun platform, doesn't matter where it is, you can summon it back. Which makes getting home a lot more easier. And it's back. Also, if your sub gets stuck or like glitched in a wall, you can use this command called unstuck prototype. Unstuck prototype, one word. This will teleport it somewhere else. Use it only if your prototype is like glitched in a wall somewhere, like you log in and somehow glitched into a platform. Use that command, it'll teleport it away, and you can just quickly summon it back. Super handy. Okay, that'll be all for this episode. That's just how you get the prototype ready, and I'll do some more preparation between this and next episode. Actually, next episode I'll probably go get some resources before I do the next episode. show, once I get the mod suit, on with the rest of the story, because first you have to go to the ion reactor facility, and it's best you have a prawn suit with a drill arm, because there is a large deposit of ion cubes over there you can mine. Anyway, that's all for now. This will be episode 1 of my full guide for the prototype mod. See y'all later.